Hey there, my friends. This is Robin Hood, and today I'm giving you guys a look at what some rush defense gameplay looks like here on Alborz Mountain. So this first base, actually the first two bases on this map, are very, very exposed because you really don't have any buildings. You have quite a bit of rocks and stuff, but you know, you just happen to get flanked from everywhere, especially with the AC-130 airdrops. And that's also something I'm going to talk about. The AC-130 in Rush. This is actually the first game of Armored Kill that I played. It was Rush Defense here. And look at this, right off the bat. I blow up, and who's my killer? Bad luck. Wonderful. So I don't quite know what killed me there. But anyhow, this gameplay is just to show you guys what my first game on Armored Kill was like. It's really nothing impressive at all, actually. I have some really nice clips to show you guys later on. But, you know, this game was just pretty much how it went, and we end up getting pushed all the way back because really, it's very difficult to hold these first two bases. Later on, once you get into the mountains, it gets easier, but the main problem is if you don't have a good jet pilot, or if you don't have people, and I figured this out now, this was obviously my first game, but if you don't have people locking on to the AC-130 with iglas and stingers and such, it is definitely overpowered in Rush. Now, overall, the AC-130 doesn't do that much. In Conquest, all that stuff, it's really not a factor. But in Rush, considering the attackers have it, plus many other vehicles, it makes defending extremely difficult, harder on these maps than quite a few others that I can think of. And the main thing is, basically, you may be holding them down fine. You may be killing them way in front, but one guy parachutes in behind you or takes a long flanking route, gets the bombed arm. Say even if you kill him and there's no one else to defend it, well, actually there is. There's the AC-130, just point the cannon on the bomb, you cannot defuse it. You just blow up repeatedly. So it's pretty much, if the attacking team is any good and they know how to keep their AC-130 alive, it is they plant the bomb once and you're guaranteed to take it. Later on in the game, you'll notice I end up being second place on the team. The guy that's above me ends up being like 35-1. He joined later. He was an excellent jet pilot, and later on in the round, he kind of, you know, nullified that situation by taking out the AC-130. So you need a good jet pilot on your team to survive it. Otherwise, it can be a real pain. But these maps are definitely harder to defend on in Rush, but I definitely love them for Rush. They are excellent maps. I actually just played a game with Mike and Huge of Rush attacking, and we flew through all the bases. The last one we got stopped, and with 1 second, or not 1 second, one ticket left, Mike and I pushed in from the back, armed the bomb, and got a clutch victory there. So that's pretty much how that went. It was an excellent game. You guys will see that one later. But this for you all is a look at Alborz Mountain. For those of you who haven't seen it, you know, it's way bigger than what you see in the Rush. We're on the left side of the lake, at least from the defender standpoint. There's a whole section on the right, and then there's the section we'll be fighting in later. But it's a massive map and very, very, very fun. Hopefully later on I'll be able to show you guys some Conquest footage on this so you can get a better view of the entire map. But you know, the main thing with these maps is they are absolutely beautiful. DICE just seems to be getting better and better at using their engine. And as you can see, that's it. That's like not even a half of the video there on the first two bases down in the valley. Now we're up in the mountains, and it almost feels like a completely different map. But they're going to take this base, and then the biggest portion is back on the final base. But you'll see some times where I am taking some routes that really make no sense at all, doing some stupid things. It's because I had no clue where I was this entire game. I'd never been on this map before. I just knew it was snowing, there was people shooting me, and I had to do something. So it's a lot of just random running around, which you will see later. Sometimes I'll go think I have an excellent flanking route and then end up right back where I started. So there was a lot of moments like that. This is pretty cool. These mountains, I don't think you're supposed to, I mean, they're not really like for getting up on, but there's some sections where you actually can't climb up, but you can climb over these things. And right here, this is just some terrible aim. Should have been a little bit more disciplined on the trigger there. And come down here, should have shot that guy instead of jumping down. And once again, there's some more terrible aim. But that's not who killed me. It was the gunship once again. So now you can see they pushed us back to the last set of bases here. And this one is definitely the easiest to defend. If you're gonna be stopped as a really good attacking team, it's gonna be here. There's about 3 directions you can approach from. The one that I am going to look at now, the one that I was just overlooking, and then later on you'll see in my attacking footage, Mike and I found, and it was there, but we found that there is a very wide looping route that actually comes out right in the enemy spawn behind, and Dice left that open, so that's one that most people don't think to cover. So if you're smart, you can, send a small group of guys with suppressors in back there if you're communicating and get work done. And if you plant the bombs, the people are going to pull off of the mountains defending, and you might be able to push through the center too. So it's really interesting. And here is just some more running around the mountainside, trying to figure out where I'm going. And the gunship is having some shots at me, but missing there. And we're back down to this little valley as I fall awkwardly down that cliff there. So now you can see just some more running, and look at this. 2 little snipers down there. And once again the gunship gets me. And right there's, not a ton I can do about it. But the fact that they have the gunship and you only have 1 jet and they have a jet too, you don't have AA or anything, really makes it a pain on this map. And I really don't think it should be in rush. If it is in rush, I mean, it's very nice that you can spawn on it and parachute down in from it. Maybe they could put it into rush without having guns on it, so that it opens up those flanking possibilities. But the guns, especially when you're defending, can just be a pain. You might be destroying the enemy team, one guy gets lucky, gets an arm, and that's it for you. So right there I got a nice quad spray, triple, and then killed the 4th guy actually. But see, just running around. Earlier on, I wasn't doing too well just because we were getting surrounded from everywhere. There's so many, like I said, the beginning of this map's really, really tough. But right here, you can actually do some work. So this, if your team's gonna make a stand and you're not doing too well on the first 2 bases, this is gonna be where it is. And that guy and I traded kills there. And right here, one of their tanks blew up on some of the mines. And see a guy back there, gonna take him down. It's the other choke point. I see a tank coming up, and I'm gonna place mines right here, hoping that it'll turn past the wreckage and run over them. The reason that I'm running mines is because I need 20 kills with them for one of the assignments. So yeah, not many people really actually run over the mines, sadly, which kind of sucks if you're trying to get the assignment. I saw that guy, had my RPG out, expecting the tank, and I'm just gonna shoot it in his face. And that'll be the end of him. RPG to the face generally is a pretty brutal death. It's not something you would like to experience. Look at this, there's a 2nd guy, but he's sliding all over the mountain trying to climb up it. Too steep there, buddy. And since he's moving so much, it's really hard to aim. So now I'm gonna run back this way, realize I can't get up the mountain, so we're going back down. And as I run around this, I'm going to notice another guy on the road, and it is our good friend, a sniper. Everyone loves snipers, and just for kicks and giggles, shoot an RPG at the AC-130. I don't know if it would have hit because it blows up, but there's our sniper friend. And he gets a lovely knife in the throat for Christmas. And I'm just gonna assume it's Christmas because everyone likes, well, most people like Christmas, and it is snowing. So, you know, it's the season with a lot of bloodshed. That'll add your red to the color, and if you put on some green camo, you have got all of the Christmas colors. So here, some of them got lucky, pushed through our defenses, and I don't know if they took the back route or not, maybe, but they are going to get the bomb armed, and we're going to defuse it. Still have both bombs. They have about a quarter of their tickets left, which is 67. They had a ton of tickets on this server. I'd like to say 150, but it might have been 200. So it was definitely at least 150 there. And I was trying to shoot the Amtrak with the RPG, and a guy popped up in front of me. It was easier to just fire at him than take out my gun again. And that guy, yeah, he fell down. He's not going anywhere. Another man down. So as you can see, they are starting to push through. They were a very good attacking team. And that guy, once again, I had my RPG out. That was almost a headshot. Pretty direct hit. So that was kind of funny. I got a few kills with RPGs this game. Just random moments where I had it out, would see someone, and they got to meet my good friend Explosives. But the one thing that I have to state again is that these maps look excellent. And for Rush, you know, Conquest is the main thing everyone's talking about. These maps are incredible for Rush. I would have to say, and I think I'm playing on 32 player, but these maps work very well actually with 64 players for Rush, which is something rather infantry. That's not what I'm saying. Rather interesting. I was thinking about that man there, parachuting down, got killed by the gunship, and he jumped out of it because it blew up. So I was his last kill in that. But my favorite maps definitely for Rush are this one, Bondar Desert, and then I'd have to say Death Valley. Actually, I'd put Death Valley above Bondar Desert, but what's the other one? Armored Shield. It's a good map, but it is very, very chaotic on Rush, and a little bit overwhelming. That's definitely the hardest one to win defending on, because enemies literally just come from everywhere. And the AC-130 without any jets on that map absolutely wrecks you. So that one's not the best for that. The best ones for Conquest, I would probably put this one, Armored Shield, and then Death Valley. And, you know, it's interesting, Bandar Desert was very advertised for Conquest. I think it's too big, even for 64-player PC. There's tons of times where you just don't see people. So it's a pretty map, but works best for Rush and Team Deathmatch. But guys, that's a look at Alborz Mountain. Hope you all enjoyed. There's the stats. Didn't do terrible, didn't do too great either though. But I have some really nice gameplay to show you guys soon. And that will be the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more.